This website you see took me 10 minutes to build. I didn't write a single line of code. Cloud Code did everything: the PHP, the CSS, the button that fetches new cat pictures from an API. But here's the thing: my first AI generated website didn't work the first time I tried implementing it. I got messy files, broken layouts, and code that did things I never asked for. Sound familiar? The difference between frustrating results and actually useful output comes down to how you set things up. Once I figured out the right workflow, everything changed. In this video, I'll show you exactly how to go from empty folder to working website using Cloud Code. Step by step, no coding required. We'll cover 3 things. First, setting up your project with a CLAUDE.md file. This is the foundation that tells Claude how to behave. Second, planning before building. Using a plan.md file so Claude knows exactly what to create before it writes anything. And third, a full practical example where we build this cute cat website together from scratch. Let's start with the step. Every time you open Cloud Code in a new project, it starts fresh. It doesn't know your project, your preferences, or how you work. That's a problem if you want consistent results. The solution is a file called CLAUDE.md. Think of it as a briefing document. Every time Cloud Code starts, it reads this file first before it does anything else. Whatever you put in there becomes the foundation for everything that follows. You can create this file manually, or you can let Cloud Code do it for you. Open your terminal, navigate to your project folder, type Claude, and then run the command /init. /init stands for initiate, by the way. You can also open the GUI version via extensions, as you see on the screen. Now, Cloud Code will scan your project, if you have one, and generate a CLAUDE.md file with what it finds: your tech stack, folder structure, common commands. If you're starting from scratch, you can generate an empty or general one. Now, here's what a good CLAUDE.md includes. First, a project description. 1 or 2 sentences about what you're building. This helps Claude understand the context. Second, tech stack. What tools, frameworks, coding languages you're using. Even if you don't know how to code, you can say things like, this is a simple website, or this uses HTML and CSS. Third, rules. This is where you tell Claude what to do and what not to do. It's important to prompt for Claude to use CLAUDE.md as a mandatory task and to prove that it has read the file. Now, here's the mistake most people make. They open Cloud Code and immediately start asking it to build things. Make me a website. Create a landing page. And then they're surprised when the result isn't what they wanted. The fix is simple. Plan first, build second. Cloud Code has a feature called Plan Mode. You activate it by pressing Shift plus Tab twice, and you'll see the indicator at the bottom change to Plan Mode on. In Plan Mode, Claude can read files, search your code base, and research, but it cannot make any changes. It's read-only. This is important because it means you can explore ideas safely without worrying about Claude accidentally breaking something. Here's my workflow. I start every new task in Plan Mode, I describe what I want to build, and I ask Claude to create a plan before doing anything. In our case, I ask Claude to read the CLAUDE.md, prove it has done so, and wait for further instructions. Once Claude has proven it's read the instructions in CLAUDE.md, I am ready to go over to Plan Mode. I go on to tell it to create a plan.md file, which will contain the plan and instructions to carry out the project. I do this by describing the main goal of the project and the type of tech stack I want to use, and the user experience journey, which in our case is a click on a next button to see the next cute cat picture. I tell Cloud Code that once the user approves the suggested tech stack, Claude should update the CLAUDE.md file with this information. Remember that we kept this part of the file empty, as we wanted Cloud Code to help us out with this. I also tell Claude to create a so-called skill, a command the user or Claude can access to generate design suggestions for the new website. The skill will be named Iterative Designs. Yeah, there's a typo there, my bad. I end my prompt by being very clear that Claude should ask if there is anything unclear, any ambiguities to avoid mistakes early on. Claude and other LLMs are generally coded to carry out a best guess. And in this website example, I want zero guessing involved. I hit enter and watch Claude do its thing. Claude carries on to ask me a few clarifying questions like where to get the cat pics, how to style the website, and how the iterative design tool should work. I won't get in-depth in this video about all the terminology used here. There are separate videos on how to get started with coding and general coding lingo like what CSS, PHP, APIs, etc. are. Alright, now Claude has generated a plan. Goody. Let's just check it looks good. Now in plan mode, Claude always asks you to either approve and implement the plan automatically, to implement it with manual human oversight, or to not approve it at all and let the user give further instructions. In our case, I want Claude to just save the plan and let me review it more in depth. Note that when Claude was done, it forgot to update the CLAUDE.md as asked. That is the issue when you try to do multiple things in planning mode. Not advised. The updating part should have been a second step. Alright, let's put this together. We got the plan, and I have asked Claude to amend it slightly to include clear implementation phases. It's not always the case you have time to execute a project in one go, especially for larger projects. I asked Claude to execute phase 1, which is to create the skill tool, which we spoke of before, iterative designs, which will create 5 different design suggestions the user can choose from. The plan.md file contains the type of design we want in phase 2, which we will execute now. Good stuff. Let's check out the designs it has created. Okay, let's see what we got. Alright, we have a minimal one, which is simplistic, a matrix-looking one, a cute, playful one. Oh, I love this one. A modern one, sort of looks like the Instagram map in purple. And the last one, retro mode. Now it's time for phase 3 and actually building the website. I choose the playful design, number 3. As we chose the rather lightweight tech stack, creating the PHP file with an API connection was done in seconds. And it's now time to test the result. Claude helps you open a local terminal so you can use the website without having to publish it. Awesome, it works perfectly. And as instructed, the user gets to look at a new cute pic every time they click a next button. That's it. From empty folder to a working website. No coding knowledge required, just clear instructions and a structured workflow. So here's the summary of the workflow that gets results with Claude Code and similar tools. Set up your project with CLAUDE.md. Give Claude the context it needs. Plan before you build. Use plan mode to agree on what you're making. Add rules that keep Claude on track. Specific, not vague. And iterate. The first version is a draft, and usually not the final product. As you saw with our simple website map, I did ask Claude to tweak it a little bit. For larger projects, you will probably need to iterate many times and test a lot more. If you're new to AI tools in general, I have a video on what AI actually is and how to get started. The link is in the description. And if you have your own Claude Code tips, drop them in the comments. If you have video requests, drop them in the comments as well. As always, like and subscribe if this was helpful. See you in the next one.